Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' in Steve. About to react to this video by Jamar. It's titled He Snitched. And it's Adin Ross and Andrew Tate in the thumbnail. Adin snitched on Andrew, so he has some inside tea and he's spilling the tea. That would be wild, especially considering the allegations against Andrew. If that's what this is referring to, this is about to be crazy. Let's see what's going on. Let's watch.
So it has been quite some time since we last talked about the man who dubs himself the top G. Of course, they threw both him and his brother behind bars for months at the start of 2023. But for the greater part of the last year, both Andrew and his brother have been free. And while they have still been dealing with that Romanian court case, they've also still been streaming during this time, doing interviews, and of course ranting on Twitter. I will say, doing interviews and of
You are poor, you are unimportant, men do not fear you, your woman disagrees with you, your lives are shit. If I was forced to endure a year of your life, it would be the worst level of depression imaginable. Damn, where did that come from?
Of course ranting on Twitter. I will say though that their wave of popularity did take a major downturn during that time as well. Don't get me wrong, the Bugatti Master still has a lot of loyal followers shelling him out their money, but the spreading of his content and overall message has been compromised by several of the largest social media platforms, namely TikTok, who seems to not want any mention of his name on their platform entirely. And some of you might remember that Adin Ross did become one of Tate's biggest meat glazers last year, even shaving his head in solidarity and vowing to the top G lifestyle.
You want to look like this.
I'm happy I did this, because now my mindset can be strong. It's to form the best version of myself.
Oh, and I almost forgot when he sniffed that chair with Andrew's fresh dingleberries lingering around. I mean, I gotta say, when it comes to all-time grifts, this era of Adin Ross right here might take the cake. And Adin has still been in close contact with Andrew, and recently people have speculated that he is the reason that the Tate brothers are once again in trouble. Because recently both of the Tate brothers were once again locked behind bars by the Romanian authorities after they showed up with a warrant at their door, and people are speculating that the reason they came to get them was because of this clip from Adin Ross's stream where he mentioned some text messages from Andrew.
Andrew had hit me up. He said, hey, I'm going to be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back. If you want to come over and do a week of long streams and content before I leave, I think it'll be big. And I'm sorry, he said it's basically now or never. I told you guys this year, it's a week of content, right? And again, guys, it might be the last time we ever do this. So it's kind of like we got to take advantage of it now because, hey, bro, it's basically like, yeah, it's like that.
So essentially, people were saying that Adin leaked Andrew's plan to flee Romania, which he's obviously not supposed to do while this court process is still going on. And so this is actually a statement in response to him being detained in Romania and issued with a UK arrest warrant. And keep in mind, this warrant is being served based on charges that date all the way back between 2012 to 2015, when the two brothers were apparently conducting quite a bit of business within the UK. And in this statement, they talk about this tip coming from Adin Ross's stream. Last week, we received information that Tate might be planning to flee Romania, where he is due to stand trial for separate allegations of trafficking. We wrote to the British police to bring this to their attention and to urge them to immediately seek a warrant for Tate's detention in Romania and extradition to the UK. And then here is the video as they emerge from the police truck.
What the fuck?
And it's actually pretty similar to what we saw last year when they were detained. But this time, instead of serving months in solitary confinement and eating grubs and maggots and apparently doing all those other things he had to do back then, this was much more like a SpongeBob detainment.
If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Okay, time's up.
As Andrew and his brother would literally get out this morning and have this message for the press.
Unfortunately, I don't think many people in Romania understand, but in the West, in the countries that are run by the Satanists, if you start up on a phone, you either put on a dress or you go to jail, and I'm happy to make my choice, which is jail every single time. My soul is not for sale. Neither are my principles. We are
I
innocent men. We're very innocent men, and in time, everybody's going to see that. And we're very excited to finish this judicial process and get our own.
So Andrew is standing behind this idea that he is absolutely innocent and that both him and his brother have done nothing wrong.
It's very funny because I've been asking for the courts to go to the UK myself. I've asked 5 times and been declined. So now I get to go home.
And I think his brother actually says something really interesting right here, which pretty much confirms that the reason they were issued this warrant was because of Adin Ross's stream.
Claims are being made about intentions to flee Romania. If any such claims do.
Today the judge told me, would you like to get extradited to England? That was the claim against me that I was trying to flee, and I said, no, I want to stay here and face justice. I want to win here in Romania. So clearly that's not true.
So he's saying it's all BS. We wanted to stay here and face the music and defend ourselves in court and prove that we are innocent. We appreciate the Bucharest Court of Appeal's decision to postpone the extradition of Andrew and Tristan. This ruling provides an opportunity for the brothers to participate fully in their defense and for the legal process to proceed in a transparent manner. They went on to say, our clients are fully committed to actively participating in the legal process and defending their reputation, who we can assume to be Adin Ross, who misconstrued a text message from our clients while streaming live. There is simply no truth to it. So it basically sounds like Adin did kind of let the cat out of the bag and exposed to the world Andrew's plans to leave Romania. People were saying that they decided to lock Andrew up because of this statement.
I want to make something clear. I was saying this morning on Twitter how John Cena, yesterday at the Oscars, was doing his humiliation ritual to satisfy his paymasters. And everybody's saying, oh, maybe he's just promoting a movie. Maybe. Let me tell you something. I don't care what movie I'm in. You could not convince me to do that. You could not convince me to do anything fruity or weird. It doesn't matter what movie I'm in because there's no need. I can promote it other ways. I won't do it because my principles are too strong.
And the thing with Andrew is that he says things like this, but then on the other hand, he was perfectly fine with exploiting weak men and taking money from them by pretending to be a female model online on one of his cam sites. And he was the one chatting with them, saying all types of fruity messages.
So I'm trying to teach these women, and the women kept picking it up. So I said to them, it's like, you know what?
Let me do it.
I'm taking over. So what I did is I unplugged their keyboards and plugged a new one in from me behind the screen. So the chicks would sit there and hit a keyboard that wasn't plugged in. And me and my brother, and eventually some staff I trained, would do all the talking. The girls were just famoosers, just laughing and doing this, their titties out. And they were talking to ice cold hustlers. We were taking their money, all of it. You get a man with game and give him a female's body, a female avatar. You will f a guy up. I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all. You'd have a guy.
Feel bad or no?
No, give a solitary.
So to hear him talk about not wanting to compromise his morals or beliefs.
And it's so funny because I don't hear people like condemning him. These incels are so quick to condemn women who take advantage of these men, these lonely men. But y'all don't condemn Andrew for doing the same thing. How is that a thing? I don't ever hear anyone talking about how fucked up it was what he was doing. I've never seen anybody say that.
Beliefs. To me, it just does
granted,
not hold a lot
really
of weight
looking.
when that's the avenue that he took to get rich.
I've seen some
This Twitter
comments
user also said
on,
that we need
IG.
to talk about Jimmy Kimmel's involvement in these weird moments. And I will say, I do think there's
What
some
is
merit to
going
that.
on?
I don't think that
I
Andrew's
need to see
comments
this picture.
about this situation had anything to do with him getting detained. But I do think that Jimmy is a little weasel. Y'all know I
What's
do
going
not
on
like
right there?
him. I feel like he's the type of guy that the first chance he gets, he's gonna stab you in your back. Even the beacon of truth had to weigh in on this matter.
An hour and a half ago? Why is it that why do they keep getting jailed during Ramadan time? They start speaking positively about Islam and then they lock them up intentionally so that they can't celebrate Ramadan?
I mean, you gotta hand it to the man. He really does know how to always go back to the grift. Like, no, dude, not everything goes back to religion. I mean, with the way he tells it, you would think that Muslims occupy like this very small, very niche place in the religious space. When there was
That's a
literally
very
like
popular
2
religion.
billion people on this planet right now who practice that religion.
First day of Ramadan. Like, they did it last time too on New Year's Eve. Like, you can't tell me that's not strategic, bro.
It's just crazy to me to see these people who want to turn absolutely everything into a conspiracy theory just reach for absolute sticks anytime something bad happens to someone who they like. Like, personally, I used to love the Hodge twins back in the day, but they've kind of been...
Listen, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate were just raised against and made a trial towards Yeah, they got real political out of nowhere. It just got kind of weird because it's like, if you are into politics and whatnot, I just don't think they would be the go-to for your information or even to... You know what? I'm gonna leave them alone. But yeah, they started out focusing on like fitness, general advice, and like just comedy. Like they were funny. They even was doing like stand-up comedy. But when they, you know, transitioned to politics, it just got like, what? It's not even that. Because it's them having a different opinion. It was just an odd transition. I don't know.
Been on that same wave for quite some time now. And even they came through to say Andrew and Tristan were just arrested again on some made-up charges from 12 years ago. The elites want everyone locked up that goes against their lies. I just don't understand how someone can speak so absolutely about a situation where almost none of the details are public information. Because I've seen quote-unquote evidence that makes them look really bad, and then I've seen other information that points towards their exoneration. But one thing I've learned being on YouTube and covering public court cases over the years is that it's best not to take an absolute biased stance until you actually get a verdict, because sometimes all the information that's circulating around in the public is obviously not going to be all the information that the jury is going to have. And so now when it comes to matters in court, I cover the information, cover the various sides, but I'm not going to make a statement that's going to make me look stupid later on, you know, like I did with the Tory Lanez case.
Tate's team confirmed that I fucked up, and Tate told me, right? I fucked up. And thank God he did not get put back in there, because I would have felt really guilty.
Either way, it will be interesting to see what happens here. Personally, I don't see these brothers going behind bars for a very long period of time. I do want to know what you guys think of.
This is a very long, drawn-out situation, though. I mean, court cases do take a long time, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, because I also reacted to videos where there were a lot of evidence that, you know, made them look crazy guilty. But now Jamari is saying he saw some evidence that exonerates them, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, fucking Adin. Like, why would you say that live? Like, I don't understand how he thought that was a good idea. I don't even feel like that's an honest mistake. Like, you're literally, like, broadcasting to hundreds of thousands of people his plans and where, you know, his whereabouts and what he plans to do. And you know he has an ongoing court case out there. So if he basically telling you like, hey, I'm about to leave, I ain't coming back here, that didn't click to you that he would get in trouble for trying to dip when he got an active court case? I don't understand. I'm very confused by that. But sure, he's saying it was a mistake, I guess. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye!